Hey everybody, welcome back to a Denton County weather forecast, and tonight what we're looking at is the severe weather ongoing in central Texas and what I'm anticipating over the next several hours as severe storms continue to blow up across central Texas as well as northwestern North Texas pretty soon. So I'll be breaking down everything you need to know in this video. It's going to be a quick video, but I'm going to break down the timing for you as well as the threats and also the latest 7-day forecast and what might give you a little bit of a surprise. So here's a look at the radar right now. Obviously nothing's in North Texas right now, but we will start to see that action push toward North Texas over the next few hours. As of 8:10 when this video is being made, you can see there are 2 severe thunderstorm warnings already issued. This is just east of Lubbock, out in front of the cold front now. This is just about northwest of Abilene by about 50 miles or so. Both of these storms producing hail up to the size of golf balls as they move off to the northeast. The maximum hail size tonight in the severe thunderstorm watch that is issued, which does include anywhere from western North Texas through central Texas, has that threat for potential for up to tennis ball sized hail and damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. So those are the 2 main threats. A tornado or 2 also will be possible, especially out of the initial cells. There is also a tornado watch ongoing across northern and northwestern Oklahoma into Kansas, which we already have a tornado warning there, but not really much of a tornado threat tonight. I think the main threat still will be damaging winds, maybe some large hail. So that's what we're looking at the live radar as of right now. Let me go ahead and bring up the future radar. Pay attention this time at the just below this time. So I'll be going ahead and highlight the box here. That is the model time on when these storms are going to where. So this is about 9 o'clock. You can see those storms really start to develop off to the east. According to the HRR model, this is 10, 11 o'clock. The most severe storms will start to develop closer to Snyder as well as Vernon. Storm coverage will probably be a bit greater than this, especially just west of Wichita Falls. Eventually, by about midnight, those storms push closer to North Texas, not necessarily in North Texas yet, but they'll eventually start to push their way toward DFW as that cold front eventually, pushes east. Eventually by 1 to 2 in the morning, those storms move into western DFW. That would include Mineral Wells, also Wichita Falls being impacted by those severe storms, and as well as eventually getting closer to Bowie, as well as Jacksboro, all around 2 in the morning. Then about 3 in the morning, we'll start to see those storms closer to areas like Decatur, Weatherford, eventually getting pretty close to Denton County, and as well as going right through Montague County. And then by about 4 in the morning, those storms will push right through into Denton County. Again, Gainesville, Cook County there. We'll probably get potentially some severe storms there as well. Fort Worth, Keller, all going to be under the threat for severe storms between about 3 to 5 in the morning. That will be the timeline there. You can see it's a pretty pronounced line of storms, and this line really extends all the way from Oklahoma down through southern Texas. It is going to be a pretty long line of storms, but these severe storms, again, will probably have mostly just damaging wind threat, maybe some large hail. By 5 in the morning, those storms move through McKinney as well as Dallas. The line starts to weaken a bit as it moves off to the east. By 6, 7 in the morning, you can see that line continues to push off to the east. Not with as much intensity as it once will have, closer to about 4 in the morning. That will probably be right around the peak of when these storms have their peak of action in the Metroplex, but eventually by in the morning, that line continues to push off to the east. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, those storms push off to the east, and eventually North Texas will be clear from any shorter showers or storms going into the later portions of Wednesday. Also, we will have very gusty winds on Wednesday. If you've not already heard, we will definitely have some really gusty winds Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Wind gusts between about 50 to 60 miles per hour will be possible out after this cold front pushes through. So will definitely be some very high winds. I'll have more on that forecast sometime during Wednesday. I'll not have a seconds forecast for Wednesday morning, but I'll have a forecast later in the afternoon regarding that potential for gusty winds up to 50 to 60 miles per hour across North Texas while it's sunny outside for Thursday morning. So make sure you keep that in mind. But this is the overall severe weather threat. So as I said before, damaging wind threat is the main threat tonight. Large hail will also be possible, especially off to the west, and then a low tornado threat tonight as well. That primary tornado threat will be closer to the Wichita Falls and central Texas area, and a very low flooding threat. Here's your latest 7-day forecast, and as I said before, we are going to have a massive cool down next week. But starting with the next few days, windy for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will top off in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Lows will be in the 40s for most of us. By Saturday and Sunday, the winds will turn back out of the south, so we will see temperatures rise with that. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, and eventually by Monday, we will start to see a potential for more storms. Pretty low-end risk, but obviously that will exist. Tuesday, we're going to see a massive cool down, well below average for this time of the year. Temperatures dropping into the upper 50s and lower 60s for high temperatures, and as well as low temperatures being in the mid to upper 30s for some of us and lower 40s for the majority of central and southern DFW. And eventually by Wednesday, temperatures will will still be very cool. Highs topping off in the mid-50s for Denton County at least, or at least Denton, Texas, and as well as lows in the mid-30s. So it is going to feel much cooler next week. No wintry precipitations expected, and I'm not anticipating any for at least the beginning of November, but we should stay fairly away from the wintry precipitation for at least the next few weeks, and I don't really anticipate any in the foreseeable future. This forecast is brought to you by All Dents Repair, and also just a quick reminder, there will not be any live streams tonight, and there will not be any sort of video coverage after about 11 o'clock tonight, so just keep that in mind.